on for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 50. Plant. Let's use the light. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Ready, go.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
New Mike 52, Mike 52. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. It's Little. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A play fake. Now Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Moon. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now Moon. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Howland Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Moon to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Moon. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right on the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 outlaw. You ever get tired of seeing me?
On first down, Tomlinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd and 3, looking for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Come on, set. 10 Tucson. Let's go, back. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Get that ball. Check three, check three. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang.
Here's Tomlinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Set. 60 orange. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Smoke. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
2nd and 11. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He'll look to throw. And he's got Shockey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Ready, ready. 50. Plant. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Stepping up, he'll try. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. On second down, here's Moon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd and 14 over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Come on, guys. We got this.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the half. Oh, this is blocked. The Steelers get it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll hand this to Tomlinson running right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Moon. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Moon. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go, let's go. 198.
Back to throw. Moon. He finds Taylor, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
198.
To throw on 3rd down. Moon. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
We got double up, double up. Same one. Switch. Watch the edge.
They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set. Recon. 132 fight. 10 Lobo.
They'll run on first down. Tomlinson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go again to Tomlinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here we go. Set. Get in there. He's checking.
On first down, Simpson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me.
From the gun, here's Moon. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Moon. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Check. Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 4.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
From the gun, Moon. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Watch the twist. Go. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, watch the delay.
198. Watch 98.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
198. Wrap it, wrap it. Wrap it, wrap it. 198.
Throwing again. Moon. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 5-yard line.
Ready, ready. 90. Walk. Echo.
Hey, right 52.
100.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Moon. It's complete to Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They'll run on first down. Simpson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hey, no train.
On 4th down, Moon. He's letting this one go. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Tomlinson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Watch 98, watch 98, 98's the mic. Rip left, rip left.
On first and 10, Moon. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Coming this way, here we go.
check nine, check nine. 6, got 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, Moon going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
198. Watch 98. Here we go. 198. Watch 98. Mike. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
On fourth down, Moon. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Tomlinson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Check bomber, 22, check bomber. Yo, moving. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Ready.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
90 is a mic. Let's pick it up. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Moon. He's got Fuller. 22 yards there, a first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
90 is a mic. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 90.
Now a first down throw, Moon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Yes! Slam! Jet!
From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to